Welcome Libra, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your October new moon reading. The new moon is in Libra and it occurs on September 25th, but this reading is generally for the first half of October, and particularly for those of you that have Libra rising. This new moon is going to impact your first house, which is your area of focus, perspective, your attitude on a mundane level. So before we get started, I want to thank all of you who have liked and subscribed to my channel. I appreciate all the ways that you support me. And when you like me, I know that you enjoy the content, and when you subscribe to me, it ensures that I'll be able to continue doing something I love. So thank you for that. I hope my new microphone is an improvement in the sound quality. Please send me your feedback if it is not loud enough, if it is too loud, whatever. I thank you so much for the feedback that helps to improve my channel. So let's get started, Libra, with your overall energy for the month of October, the first half of October. You have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is indicating for you a beautiful flow. This is you being truly and squarely in the heart of the energy of this new moon, in which our priorities are balance, which comes naturally to you with a Venus rulership. Venus is all about attracting and repulsion, so the duality of the flow of love and energy and relationships. But this is as much about your relationship with yourself, in which, as you adjust, as you take steps forward in the direction of pursuing those most authentic desires to you, you are allowing and signaling to the universe to allow your energies to flow freely. This shows you in the flow, less of an attempt to control or be controlling or in control of circumstances, but rather being in the flow that you understand you are capable of creating, with a beautiful balanced symbol in your sign, the sign of justice. You are naturally attuned to be able to regulate the ebb and flow, the giving and receiving of the energy, of your own energy and that of the universe. So this is a beautiful card of healing, self-healing, and self-love. In your past, we have the Six of Swords, the Justice card, and the Three of Wands. Definitely leaving something behind to start something new. All the while recognizing that justice, the very energy of the new moon and of your own temperament, character, your destiny, is allowing you to address something that has been unfair. If this is a treatment you've received, if this is an unfair reward, if this is being passed over or ignored, this is you recognizing that you have been treated unfairly, been the receptor of an injustice, and you are facing that. You're facing that on the merits of its principle, of what you know to be the divine balance of giving and receiving, of equality, of equity, of receiving your just karma for something, in whatever ways you have been blocked, or even ways in which you recognize the suffering of others based on suffering you have experienced. You're addressing this. You've moved away. You are moving away from a challenging situation in which you have been misunderstood. Your actions, your ideas are growing beyond the shared agreements of the group that you are moving away from. This can be family. This can be very personal regarding an individual. This can be an environment, a work environment, a domestic environment that is no longer in alignment or giving you what you need. However, as you address this inequality, this lack of fairness, this even rejection, you are moving on to something new. You've already devised the best way for you to grow and gain, expand, and develop something that that is inspiring to you, something you're passionate about. It may be something that you started a long time ago, and you're now taking that up in a new way. In your present, we have the Warrior or the Knight of Pentacles, the Nymph, Page of Swords, and the Star. So you are definitely inspired. You are hopeful despite the disappointments of this environment that you are moving away from, the place you're seeking healing from. Where you're going to has been inspired by your recognition of the larger healing that you are impacting or experiencing as a result of the environmental balance that you are experiencing. This is you recognizing that as you are glimpsing a vision beyond your own suffering and struggle, you are being invited into a more hopeful place that relies on your faith with yourself. And this is so beautiful for you in particular, Libra, because the balance, the justice, the energy of Venus itself in this case is really what is compelling you further towards your new goals, your new aspirations, your new inspirations, and opening you up to new ways of doing things that you've always done in a certain way. So you are being inspired. You are opening up to receiving more information. You're in receipt of a lot of messages and communication, and this is helping you to plan. You are looking at a place where nothing exists now. You've let go of a situation that does not align with what you want or is not giving you what you need, and you are opening up to new ideas regarding this new project, this new direction, so that you can plan, procedurally strategize the way forward, and the way that offers you a vision much more healing, beautiful, and grander, that invites an entire community into this effort, this growth that you're experiencing. In the immediate future, we have the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. You are definitely standing up for yourself. The Seven of Wands is really emphasizing that again, that you have and are carving out your turf. You are rejecting those things that haven't worked. You're letting them go, I would say, rather than rejecting them. You're actually learning an acceptance of their necessity in your life, so that you recognize that those difficulties, those challenges actually help to create the current vision of equality, balance. And in fact, the Six of Wands really confirms that. You are not only opening up to a balance in your relationships, your relationship with yourself, you are being recognized and acknowledged for the victories, the growth that you have experienced. This recognition is quite possibly coming from your associates, your peers, your community, but this is really more relevant to your own journey out of difficulty. This is really rewarding you for facing the difficulties that you have been facing, that you have triumphed over, that you have made it through. This is you really looking at the attitudes that contributed to your role in your failures, your disappointments, or there can be one significant disappointment that you have really worked through and are now coming out being rewarded with the self-love, the ability to flow, with the faith that everything comes out in balance as a result of your focus on justice, equality, making space for receiving in your life is what is key. And so I see you releasing those efforts, those people, or those situations where you were not receiving, your needs were not met, and you are instead creating that place where you can fulfill and find your own happiness, your own desires, your own greatest potential. I'm going to clarify the nymph or the Page of Swords in the middle with the Five of Swords and the Emperor card. So interesting that you are finding the strength and the ability to continue to address, respond to, and stand up for yourself despite the ongoing gossip, negative feedback, dismissals, discredit, even misinformation or misdirection from those that are not happy about your success or growth. Not only is this no longer stopping you, but you are gaining the courage and the understanding to select your battles, to disengage from those that intend to sabotage your success, and recognizing that that can only gain a foothold in your awareness, in your environment, if you allow your self-doubts, your sense of inadequacy to give credence to the naysayers around you. While you are gaining the ability to be in control of your life, you are doing that without being controlling. And this is a wonderful lesson that I believe we are collectively learning as a result of the many retrogrades we're experiencing right now. Being in control of your life, taking charge of your opportunities to have what you want, is not the same as being controlling. Rather, you are understanding, accepting, forgiving yourself and forgiving others for their role in perhaps being obstacle to you, not being on the same page as you, not understanding your growth or your unique gifts. I'm going to finish this reading, Libra, with a botanical inspiration. And I've pulled the Magnolia, and the key words are nobility and self-esteem. Hemingway said there's nothing noble in being superior to your fellow men. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. Very apt, Libra. I thank you so much for this beautiful reading. Until next time, Namaste.